Welcome back to the 14th take of the Sketchbook Heroes intro. Last week, our heroes fought the evil forces of art block. This week, they find themselves in a pickle, trying to dismantle the philosophical question of, what is art? Sketchbook Heroes explode into battle!
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook hero pick up. Sketchbook heroes, they don't seem to have any line.
Sketchbook Heroes intro!
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, energy levels.
Spike! Welcome back, guys.
Awesome.
That awesome intro was written by Sebastian Ov. That works with me. Awesome dude.
It works for you?
Works with me. Didn't I say that?
No, I said works for you.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, and also thanks King for the studio.
Yeah,
for
man.
letting us borrow awesome equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to say I feel awesome, but I don't.
Yeah! Awesome feel. So, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, I have to say.
A little bit?
Yeah. Fuck, man. This, 7 days a week. This was the first week I did that. So,
Oh, man.
working every day, man, I'm not used to that. I just want to relax in my couch and cry through Penny Dreadful.
Oh, yeah. What a season finale.
Fantastic. So good.
I agree. So, what's happening of late, except work and Penny Dreadful, I guess?
Not much, man. I'm trying to get my inspiration back after my art block.
How's that going, by the
It's
way?
going pretty good. Like I'm drawing again and I'm doing stuff, but I don't really feel like creating much when I come home.
Yeah,
I still feel
that,
like just collapsing in my couch and watching whatever I'm watching now.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna let that go, actually.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna go back to studies. Just like, I need to get back into it. I've been drawing portraits as a comfort zone thing, just to post on social media, which
Yeah.
I also haven't been doing, sorry.
Yeah, me too, guys. Sorry.
But good thing is I'm going to start doing a bit more studies and not just facial studies, like do a bit of everything.
Do you have
Maybe
anything
get
in
back-
mind?
No, I think I'm going to do like a bit of character designs. Like I'm going to put a rule. Right now, my idea is to sort of like, if I want to draw a face, I have to draw at least half a body with so never, I cannot draw a face without a body anymore.
So like a torso,
So I need
arms
to
and
do,
stuff?
yeah, exactly. I need to have arms and like a torso at least.
Okay.
So, because right now I feel that I've been doing this sort of like comfort zone thing. And since we have to step out of our comfort zones and into the danger zone,
For reals.
yeah, I'm gonna sort of. So I've really made up my mind to sort of like, if I need to draw more than the head because you get a bit lazy.
Well,
Like
yeah.
when I think of hands right now, and I don't have a problem drawing hands, but when I think about it, like if I've drawn a face and I'm like, oh shit, I have to do a head that a hand that matches this. Hells no, fuck that. So yeah, need to get out of that laziness that I've put myself in.
It's funny that you say hands, because that's pretty much what I'm drawing now.
Oh, nice.
I'm only drawing hands.
You're drawing on people's hands.
That too.
That too.
But yeah.
So you've pretty much drawn all the hands you need.
That is correct. Yes. Yes.
And also, I am Ilias, and this is...
Robert!
And together we are the Sketchbook Heroes.
Sketchbook Heroes.
And then you remove heroes, and you just have sketchbooks. That's us.
Yeah, also.
Also, that is more accurate. So, guys, actually, one thing happened on the train. Need to tell it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm on the train, okay? And I have my sketchbook up. And I can clearly see this lady, like, on the opposite seat of me. Or, like, she's not opposite me, but she's on opposite to the left, She sits, like, by the window on the train.
Yeah.
and I can clearly see that she wants to reach out somehow. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to like sort of start talking like and talk about, you know.
Did you make eye contact with her, or?
Yeah, at some point, you know, like a quick one, like sort of I saw that she was looking. I don't know if I don't remember the eye contact thing. But I could clearly see that she's sort of like, she was building up to sort of ask or like say something.
She was clearly interested.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because you notice, you know, people look at you when you do
you
it.
can feel it.
Yeah, and also you get that uncomfortable sort of vibe that you can sort of ignore because you're drawing. So what she does is like, we're reaching her stop, and the train stops, and the doors open, you know, and she just grabs me by the shoulder, sort of like when she gets up to leave, and she says like, "I also draw," and then she just runs out of the train. And I'm just left with, what the fuck
Your
was
gaping
that?
mouth.
Yeah. I just saw her like, and she didn't even like, I think it came out so wrong that she didn't even like look back, you know, when she was outside to sort of like, oh, nice talking to you. And then she left.
Yeah.
No, it was just that like, I'm just going to look straight ahead. This didn't happen. And that's the thing. Like, I think she built it up in her head sort of, you know, like, okay, I'm going to say that I also like interested in art and blah, blah, blah. And then we just reached her stop, the expectation or something, like it got too much, like the build up in her head.
Yeah.
And all I got was like this, like sort of like she grabbed me by the shoulder because of the train sort of stabilizing when it breaks in, said, "I also draw." And then she just ran out. And I was like, what?
What just happened?
What just happened? And it's, it's like, super bizarre.
Great.
And then I have the guy like opposite me, just looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like he also was like you get that sort of, like, what happened, man? I don't know. But he wasn't interested.
No.
So he had no pressure. So. But it was weird.
Nice one.
Fun, but weird.
Actually, sorry, but I just remembered the thing that happened this weekend when I was sketching, actually. But it was my blunder, not this woman's. Because I was sitting in a coffee shop, Espresso House.
Ah, sweet. That's our favorite place.
Yeah,
or
love
like
it.
One of them.
Very good.
Were you sitting at the one at Vasagatan or another one?
Yeah, our
sweet.
place.
Yeah,
they
our place.
rebuilt it now.
What?
Didn't you know?
No, the big one?
Yeah, they've refurnished and done the whole place.
Have they removed those like awesome lamps, the steampunk sort of lamps that they had and everything? Like in the big table in the middle?
Yeah, new lamps. And not a big long table now. Bigger round tables. Like, anyway, it looks really good. But now I was sitting there sketching, listening to music. And like, I'm used to my old headphones, and with them I can't hear anything of what's happening in the real world. But now I'm using the Marshall ones.
Yeah, the ones that we both
and
have
you can hear a little bit.
Okay.
Of the outside
No,
world.
I can fucking close everything out with these. Like,
But I always
cancel.
have my hat on.
Okay. So
sort
you
of-
get the separation. Yeah. But
I can hear a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, these two women were like sitting next to me, and they're talking blah blah blah. And then one of them stands up, looks over, and she's like, "It looks really good." And I can hear it, but my brain just malfunctioned, and I went, "Hello." And that was it. And I think they felt so awkward they had to leave.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So that was me. Because I was like, my brain wanted to say thank you, but my mouth said hello.
Hello. How you doing?
So that was my story.
Awesome. I actually have tons more. But that's the thing. When I draw on the train, I'm usually so like wrapped up in what I'm doing. I don't have anything against people talking to me.
No.
But sometimes, just like you said, like you're just so into what you're doing, you sort of like you hear people, but it's like background noise. It's like having the TV on, you know, and you're sort of like, oh, what was that?
White noise.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes a couple of seconds just to readjust to their normal world. And I had this girl, like, for example, sitting beside me, and she even like grabbed me by the arm, said something, and I was like, thanks. And then I just looked down again, and I could clearly feel beside me that she wanted to say more, and I sort of understood it, but I didn't realize until we both actually, she looked at me when she stepped off, like, you know, like just to acknowledge that we said something.
Yeah.
And then she walked off, and then I sort of my brain started coming back to the real world, And I was like, oh, I should have probably socialized.
Yeah. She wanted
Yeah,
to interact.
She wanted to interact and sort of ask more questions, because I was drawing on the iPad at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was doing the Sarah Fable portrait, actually.
Oh,
when I was,
really?
yeah, that was back then.
Oh.
But my brain, I was sort of out of it. So I just gave her like a quick nod and not a thumbs up, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah. And it turned out, it was just like my brain afterwards, I was like, I'm stupid. Like, but it's just that you're in that zone. Sometimes it's going bad, so I can talk to people. Yeah. But when I'm really like, I was doing stuff like quick, I was just like, flow.
You're into it.
Yeah. And that's not often that happens either.
No, I know. And it's the same for me. Because it's like, you have to make that choice. Do I pop off the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Like, do I listen to what they're saying? Or do I just acknowledge them? Or do I ignore them? Or what do I do?
Yeah.
What is art?
What is art is ignoring people on the train. No, I really encourage people to talk to me, ask questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, but
and sorry if anybody's listening and
you were the person
I've been a
we
douche.
kindly ignored. Yeah. It is just being in the zone. Just keep talking like that lady did once.
Yeah.
Old lady just kept asking questions. I had headphones on. I didn't even notice until the end.
Don't get too grabby though.
Yeah. Don't grab.
Personal space. Okay, we're Swedish. At least 2 meters.
Oh yeah.
Don't interact in
big
my bubble.
news though.
Big news?
Yeah, man. Need to say this. Zelda. New Zelda game. Oh man, I've been watching that like since the release of the Nintendo Switch announcement thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that game looks fabulous.
It looks amazing.
It looks
it
everything.
really, really, really looks good.
But exactly, that's what I mean. Like they should have done this game ages ago.
But they couldn't do this game ages ago.
I know, because Nintendo does not like performance.
Of course not. No, but seriously, they don't.
No, they kept all their sort of consoles pretty like low spec.
What other games do they do? Do you know? Like, you got
Mario,
Mario, Smash Brothers,
Mario Kart, and that's
and
and
a
that's-
Metroid.
Yeah, but those games are like the good ones, and then they have like a bazillion.
So they have other games.
They have other games, but not all games are done by Nintendo. But those are
But
Nintendo.
released to-
Yeah, Zelda, Mario Kart, all those games are like
Nintendo
Nintendo
properties.
property. Yeah, they do them themselves.
Yeah.
But then there's tons of other releases for that aren't that good. Like they have too many like per console generation. They don't have that many good games that you want to play. Like the Zelda one is the only one I'm getting.
Exactly. And
I pre-booked it.
and I'm so fucking jealous, man. Because I was considering it myself,
Yeah.
but I am more of a PlayStation guy now.
I am
or
a PlayStation
Sony
guy
I guess.
as well.
I
But
used to be a Nintendo guy. I was pure Nintendo before
Dude.
PlayStation.
if I didn't have kids, I would only buy the PlayStation. But now I play so seldom. So the Nintendo makes more sense. Their controllers are smaller. The kids, I can play with the kids. I can play, like other stuff than GTA.
And they have more kid-friendly games.
Yeah,
I
don't want to.
Nintendo.
Yeah, but they do. They do.
Yeah, it feels more kid-friendly,
and
at least.
Also, they have sort of like the games are simpler, and it's more adapted to
it
what
suits you
kids can
better,
do. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm just saying that on PlayStation we have to kill hookers and steal cars.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my kids are ready for that.
Yeah, Mario doesn't kill
Mario
hookers.
doesn't kill hookers and then kill them to get his money back, I hope. Because that would be like a weird introduction to Mario for my kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought of getting them in young.
Nice.
Because what I like about the console is sort of like you can be both active and you can be... Because one of the first games they're getting is Just Dance. Both of them love it. Like, they YouTube it right now.
Nice.
And they're like, I got the highest score. So they're going to be really disappointed when we get the console.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a must. But
yeah.
No, so jealous. I'm
Yeah.
really, really, really looking forward to it, too.
But I haven't really played anything myself this year. I think the only game I will play is sort of Just Dance and Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
So, no like AAA titles.
No.
So-
Well, I bought Uncharted 4.
Yeah!
Really good. Really, really
Oh,
good.
you started playing?
Yes, I've started it, but I'm only maybe 5% in or something. But it's so beautiful. It's mind-blowingly beautiful.
But you should have played the previous one as well, because it doesn't exist on the PS4 though.
No.
Shit, yeah, I totally forgot. but it is also worth playing. Like they're all worth playing.
I played the second one.
Yeah.
I played the first one. I missed the third one.
Okay.
I went into Last of Us instead of.
Oh shit! Last of Us I loved, but I'm not into that sneaking stuff anymore. I don't have time. Like within a day, I get nowhere playing games where I have to sneak too much.
Yeah,
like
I feel
Hitman.
you.
I tried playing Hitman, loved it, but I don't have time to retry this mission. Like I do bad. You know, like
Yeah, you go in and you blast.
you go
everybody.
in, you blast everyone, you move on,
Yeah.
or you get discovered and you kill that guy and then you move on. Like I always have to do bad. Like I don't have time to sort of like you remember when we played as kids.
Oh yeah.
We would spend hours on
just one-
level.
yeah.
Like trying to figure out
I
all
love
the
that.
ways. Yeah, I know.
That's so good. But the latest one is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it, but I haven't finished it. That's the thing.
Not the one that's out now.
Oh, yeah.
The newest one.
Is there one for the PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't even know
Because I'm
that.
like, what?
Okay, no,
Okay.
no, I'm out of my element.
Oh, that one looks fantastic. But yeah, now we're going in
Back to art.
Yeah, way
Back
too
to
much
art.
into
Okay,
games.
Okay. Sorry, everyone.
Games are art too.
Games are art.
Yeah. Or are they?
Indeed. All right. We'll
The
talk about
debate.
that. Yeah, we'll touch more on that later. But I have some tips for you guys. If you like comics, and even if you don't like comics, if you have an iPad,
This is next level.
yeah, this is next level comics.
Yeah.
You don't have to do shit except like watch the pictures move
Yeah.
and maybe like switch page. But there is an app that is like an interactive comic done by NAR8, like NARR8.
Nar.
Yeah, NAR8. So, yeah. Did you get that?
I'm thinking Nards.
No. NARR8. And the comic is called Jam.
Ah, narrate.
Narrate. Yes, that is actually what it's short for.
Nice.
So that comic is badass. It has like, I don't want to give it away.
Do you have a short
But it
summary?
is, short summary is that the princess has been kidnapped and our hero Buster needs to save her.
Awesome.
And it is so well animated. Like the little, it's not even, like it's not by frame, or it is like a simpler sort of frame by frame animation that they've done.
It's more that simple flash animation type.
I think it's After Effects or something like that.
Yeah.
But it is like gorgeous, and it has a lot of like there's one world which is the world they live in, and then there's this like the Badlands, which is like a pixelated game world where you can sort of like you can buy hearts and guns and stuff, and like superpower, like you can have powers and stuff in there, like it's not the real world. It's
So
like
you're
a
going into a video game world.
yeah. And it's so good and so beautifully crafted. Like my daughter loves it. So we
Oh,
read it.
really?
I just translate, like
Cool.
we've read it so many times that I don't even have to read it in English anymore. I just
Nice.
tell her the whole story.
What was it called again?
It's called Jam by
Jam.
Narrate.
That's right.
And that is NARR8. And it's on the iPad. And it's like I recommend buying it. I don't know if it's free. I think you can get some of it for free and then you can pay to get the whole thing. But it's like give it a chance and tell us what you think on sketchbookheroes.com.
Sketchbookheroes.com.
Would
Yes.
love to hear your thoughts on that.
Very
It's
good.
badass.
Or if you have any tips, new
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
Because we're really all up in those comics,
Mm-hmm.
or I am at least. And I have not, how do you say, dove into like the whole interactive comics thing.
Oh, neither have I. There aren't that many that are super good.
No, I remember, what was that one called? The baseball one?
Yeah, by Ryan Woodward.
Yes, exactly.
Super good.
Very cool.
Bottom of the Nine.
Yes, thanks.
That was the first one I actually
Yeah,
read.
yeah, same here. Got it for the
There is
phone,
another
iPhone.
one that is super good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called Sword of Light by Bobby Chu and Case
Bobby Chu.
Sedaris. Yeah,
Okay.
it's super good. I think Amazon bought the rights to make a TV show out of it, so there are like episodes as well online.
No way.
At least in the US, I know you can watch it.
Awesome.
But you could probably find ways around that, you sneaky bastards.
Yeah.
No,
we
but-
know.
But yeah, Sword of Light by Bobby Chu and Quesadera and some other people maybe.
Awesome stuff. right?
Yeah.
No, I
So-
have shit to do. So
Yeah, oh,
see
man.
you guys.
It is so good. And the Sword of Light is badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this little kid called Nico. And he's supposed to go to this volcano to stop an evil. And along the way, he meets people and enemies. And the best thing about it, it has like sort of like a 180 sort of like you can, if you turn your iPad,
Oh, you can
like
see.
yeah, if you rotate it, you can sort of see more of the pictures, and you have little bugs
Nice.
creeping and stuff like that. You know, it's super good.
Epic.
Yeah, and
Genius.
and you press the panels and they come to life. You know, like
Oh,
sort
okay.
of yeah, or it plays like there's a play button somewhere. You press it and it sort of plays out the.
That's fun for the kids.
So good. Yeah, my daughter loves sort of like playing them and then turning the page.
Yeah, yeah,
Super good. I even told Bobby that when he was here with schoolism.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Best shit ever.
Nice.
He also drew me a little dinosaur because it was my birthday back then.
Also, yeah, I'm
So,
very
yeah, man.
jealous. Yeah. So yeah, are we gonna do this? Are we
You know
diving
we
into it?
are.
They don't seem to hide me like
Okay, so what is art, Robert?
Yeah. What is art?
What is art to you? I
To
would say
me, well, I mean, I have been thinking about this since we decided
to do this.
to do this, and I'm like,
You mean like an hour ago?
yeah.
Yes. Since you told me about this
But
topic,
I have been trying to like wrap my head around it, and
for an
I'm
hour.
like,
He's very simple.
yes. My brain is like, well, everything is art.
That's a wrap.
you
Everything
go.
is art. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I mean, and then you can start discussing like what's good art, what's bad art, blah blah blah. But it's all it's all you, I guess. But everything I look at in this room, the fucking TV screen, the stand for the paper stuff, the bottles, the labels on the bottles, everything
Yeah,
comes from
someone being creative.
cave paintings in the beginning, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever the first.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, everything and nothing.
Yeah. But for me, I would say it's like it starts with a thought, sort of art. Like anything
Yeah.
you create, like if it's a thought that gets evolved,
Would you call a book art?
Yes.
You would?
Yes, because there's a binding. There's a whole story behind how you make books, and then sort of sure it grew up to be production.
But then I mean like the story in the book.
Oh yeah, that is art.
That's art.
Yeah,
But it's not art. It's not painting art.
No, it's not painting art, but it's still a form of art.
Yeah.
Like architecture is art.
And music is
Yeah,
art.
yeah, like the guitar, the shape of guitars is
The
art.
arts.
Yeah.
know.
So I personally think, like, no matter your preference, it is art. Like because we all like we have stuff that we don't like. Like when I used to work as a janitor at the Modern Museum here in
Oh
Stockholm.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And-
forgot you did that. I was so jealous. I wanted to be a cleaner.
But I had really good working hours though. I
Yeah,
worked
that's
like
the thing.
6 to 12.
And then-
Got like full pay, and that was good.
Perfect.
And it was super simple as well. Like it went really fast. I listened to audiobooks.
Hope you guys are taking notes.
Yeah, become janitors. Fuck art. Yay!
Yeah, sorry.
Sketchbook Heroes, do it again.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No worries,
But
man.
yeah. No, you were working in
but-
the museum?
Yeah, and we used to get like a lot of different like famous artists in. And for me, art that I can appreciate is sort of art that people have put some work into. And it doesn't have to be that they spent years, but they've honed their skills enough to sort of reach me.
You
know
mean
what I-
like you could see the effort? Or...
Yeah, or the effort it would take me to do this. It doesn't have to be that.
Oh, yeah.
They could have done it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But from when I see it, I'm like, holy shit, how did they pull this off?
Exactly. Yeah. Same here. If I see like a big, I don't know, Renaissance painting,
Yeah,
where I'm
what
like,
the
how the fuck
Yeah, exactly.
did you do that?
But it's like how long did they spend? Mikey. I was gonna like, I'm
Mike,
very.
Mikey.
I'll-
Hey, Mikey. Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga, dude. Mikey. Yeah, me and Michelangelo go way back. But hey, he is named after the painter.
It is true, yes.
Nailed it. Or saved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just thinking like the 16th Chapel. He worked on that piece of shit for years. Like if you just la 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 painting on the ceiling, it must have been super boring.
Or not.
Or not,
You
maybe.
probably got a
But-
lot of money. Or he got to go to heaven.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll pay you straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I can see the effort or the skill that they spent, like somewhere in their past, they've sort of spent time developing something, and I can relate.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I see, like, some art, like, it's not that they're not good artists, but their way of expression is not for me.
Yeah.
You know, like, when...
Their art doesn't speak to you.
At
I
all.
guess.
Like, when people splash color on a canvas, that is something most of us can do.
Yeah.
And sometimes, sure, the pattern can look sort of like, that color felt pretty nice. Like it felt on the canvas, not felt.
Yeah.
And that's all cool. But it will not speak to me. Like I wouldn't buy it for $1.
No.
And it's fine if people like doing that. Just because I don't prefer it, it doesn't speak to me, doesn't mean that it's not art.
No, exactly.
It's just my opinion that it doesn't speak to me. Like, you know, we all have a...
And yeah, I think we need to emphasize this. So
Yeah.
we're not trash talking anybody. This is just our opinion.
Yeah.
And I agree totally, 100%. Like seriously. Or like the guy who made his poop
Oh, that
gold,
guy, yeah,
and he
yeah.
sold it for I don't know how much. You know, I could do that,
Yeah, but you didn't, and he
but
has money
I
now.
doubt that people would buy my shit.
Yeah. The golden shit.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So and it also comes from, you know, us being the guys who we are. We grew up watching the cartoons and reading the comic books, the video games, sketching comic books, doing all of this stuff.
Failing at sketching comic books.
Very
That's what
much.
he's trying
Yes,
to say.
Yes, very much so.
Not very good at that.
But yeah, so obviously we've fallen in love with that type of art.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I don't know, it's hard for me to, like, I can't open my brain enough to understand a red square on a white canvas.
No, that is, yeah, I totally agree. I totally see what you're coming
What
from
is
there.
the
yeah.
square? What is it? Do you know what it is?
But you know what I like less than the square? The people that look at the square and sort of like, yeah, he was depressed when he did this. I can totally see it in the brush strokes. Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what happened at the Modern Museum. I don't remember what piece. They were actually looking at a real painting. Sorry, square guy.
Yeah, the square guy is definitely
they,
listening.
they were looking at this sort of painting, and he said that. Like, oh yeah, during this time, I can sort of feel depression, like he was a bit... And I was like, what are you talking about? He wasn't depressed. What?
He was clearly happy.
He
Look
was
at it.
clearly happy, exactly.
He got paid for nothing.
I don't even think they got paid.
He spilled some colors on a canvas and then somebody bought it.
Yeah, exactly. I would, like, I can totally... you can totally talk brush strokes as
yeah.
a way of technique.
And I, like, seriously, just to I don't know, defend this guy or whatever, but I love using splatter stuff in my art. Like the old
but
stuff that I used to do.
But it's part of a whole. It's sort of to fill out some blank spaces,
Yeah.
like use...
It makes it a little bit more interesting.
Exactly. You get it, like, and also you get a sense of, like, dynamic, you know, sort of...
Yeah.
Something's happening, but it's not...
It's not just...
It's not just that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's super good to have as reference if you want to, like, use it in a photo, like
Yeah.
bashing thing. But just, like,
What was his name? Pollock something. The artist with all the color splats.
Oh, I don't remember, man. I am terrible at
Jackson
art.
Pollock. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
Because they
remember.
always use him as references for, like, you know, if you shine with the blue, what do you call it? The blue light, the
What?
black light, you know, in a bedroom. And you have all the stains.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a Jackson
yeah.
Pollock, you know? Or like
Ah.
Guardians of the Galaxies, like all of this. Jackson Pollock,
Just-
you know?
okay, oh, yeah.
So, just so we know. Yeah, the color
Jackson
splatty guy.
Yeah, that's not for me. And
No.
it's fine. Like, we all have different tastes in music. I could play a song for Robert, and he would be like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, you've done it many times.
Yes, exactly.
But
And-
also,
But
same, yeah.
yeah, but we grew up listening to the same music. We were sort
yeah.
of very in tune, like,
Yes.
in our teenage years.
Yes, very much.
And, well, that's what I mean. Like, some things you will like. I have Prakash that I mentioned last time. Mm-hmm. He always tries to give me tips because I complain that I'm out of music, and I'm like, not feeling it,
Yeah.
not feeling it, not feeling it. And I want to sort of feel it. Mm-hmm. And some artists I've tried to listen to many times. like Mastodon that everyone loves. I was like, oh yeah, I can see like the potential there. And I listen and I listen and I listened.
I've tried to.
And I've listened on 3 occasions. Like once I listened the full like 2-3 days, and then I went back like after a while because I couldn't like I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
And then I went back later. I was like, oh yeah, this song I sort of recognize, but I didn't feel it. Then I waited for a couple of months. I went back and I was like, oh yeah, this. And then like no. And
You
I think
shouldn't-
that's the band I've listened to the most, and I'm still not feeling like bands I don't listen to.
yeah.
But I try to give them a chance.
Yeah. No, but that's I think that's extremely admirable that you would give
I
it
do it at work.
so
Simple.
much time
Yeah.
wasted trying to like something.
No, but it's not that sometimes there are bands that I listen to and I was like, oh no, I'm not. Oh shit, I just hit that. Yeah, but there
Don't
are
get
stuff.
mad.
No,
Don't
but it's
punch things.
Mastodon. Lords of Darkness. No, just kidding.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Yeah. I don't know what that was actually.
Yeah, I have no
Crowd.
idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, but.
Yeah.
But you have to sort of give some stuff a chance because I know that there's music I listened to it before and I was like meh, and then I revisited the same music and I was like shit, this is actually pretty good.
Justin Bieber.
Exactly what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Not Graveyard.
Justin-
Justin Bieber. Everyone should listen to the Swedish band Graveyard. They're awesome. Also a tip from Prakash. Maybe the only tip from Prakash that I actually took to heart.
Yeah.
After another friend recommended it.
Okay.
I listened. He recommended it. I forgot to check them out. And then I was like, oh, dude, have you guys heard Graveyard? He was like, I gave you the tip like a couple of weeks ago. I was like,
Oh, yeah, they're great. Thanks, man.
But I still give credit to you, Prax.
Yeah, don't listen to Ghost if you haven't.
Because Robert says this sucks, so you should all just stay away.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I mean, it's
Listen
a
to
Swedish
what you-
band, but they're really, really big in the States.
Oh, really?
So if we have any fans out there in the States, I'm not trashing anything of the States. I just don't like that type of music. Like it's really, really slow and depressing, and they have the makeup on, and yeah.
I don't know.
But I think they won like a Grammy or something, like really big award.
that means Robert's wrong.
Yeah, they are probably awesome. My mom
No.
likes them.
Ah, she does?
Yeah,
That's why he doesn't
that's
like
how good
them.
they are.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert's mama.
Big Jan! Läge mamma!
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
Swedish, welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the topic of art.
The art. Yes, so we've talked about a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, let's get back to the essential.
Yes, the essence.
The essence of not straying too far from the subject.
Exactly. So to summarize a little bit of what we have been talking about, it's pretty much we appreciate pretty much everything, but
Yeah.
we have our own personal taste in everything, as does everybody else. So if you, the guy who thought this guy was depressed, are listening, you got your taste, man.
I don't think
And
he was like 60, 70.
you never know. You never know.
He's a big Sketchbook Heroes fan.
Oh,
Thank you,
yes.
my friend.
Yes, thank you.
Old timer.
But yeah, so we all have our own sort of likes and dislikes. And actually, I think it's important to say, like, stand up for what you do like yourself. Don't just follow the norm and be like everybody else. Because I used to be like that when I was a kid. I was like, just going with the flow with a lot of things. I think we all are when we're kids. Like, you have the popular guy saying that this is cool, then it's like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then you grow up a bit and you're like, that sucked. Like, really?
But if
why
it-
did I do this?
Yeah.
But you to be fair to you, you've always been really like, I like this.
Yeah.
And like you never gave a. You were a hipster before there was a hipster. that was you.
I did my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like everybody was like, oh, I love this, and you're like, nah.
No.
I
Like hockey
thi-
cards.
I like this. I like Savage Garden.
I want to stand with you on a mountain. I don't remember. You mean Savage Garden, come on.
No,
I wasn't in the band.
no, that was you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I prefer you, man.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Let's break this down a bit. Let's take it to people around you that are artists. Artists usually are sensitive people, okay?
Intro.
But what you can do with artists is like, even if you don't like their stuff, you can sort of like give feedback, that isn't hurtful. Because we've had like discussions about how you conduct yourself around artists, developing artists, that is. Like me and Robert, we're pretty thick-skinned. Like we don't give a shit. Like
No.
you guys could sort of bash us and we would sort of like, oh, well.
Please don't. No, but yeah. Don't kill me.
No, but
Yeah.
and we could take a lot. And I think that developing artists, you sort of have to appreciate whatever they're doing, especially if you're parents out there. You should always encourage an artist. There's like nothing good coming out of you telling them they can't make a living off of it, or that they're drawing too much gore. Like let them draw whatever the hell they want and just be supportive of it.
Yeah.
Even like try to be interested in it. Like try to ask questions around what they're doing. You don't have to say that it's nice. You don't have to say that it's ugly.
No.
Just ask questions. Show an interest. Oh, so where did you get the inspiration for this? What is this thing? What does that mean? Sort of like be supportive, interested, and encourage. Because there will never be anything good if you say something hurtful. Because that will stick. That shit will stick for life.
Yeah. And there's a fine line between hurtful and not hurtful. Like for me, I mean, my dad was an artist growing
and
up.
He
used to be really good.
Yeah.
No offense, Dad. You're not that good anymore. Like you just stopped. But
Yeah.
anyways, like we looked up to him a lot when he was drawing stuff. So, but he always told me, there's always going to be somebody better.
Yeah.
Like, whenever something was really good that I did, he was like, "Oh, it's good." That was the reaction. It wasn't like, "Wow, that's really good." It was just like, "Yeah, it's good." And that when I got that,
Yeah.
like
that was,
wow, it was fucking crazy.
when dad
but-
approves. Yeah.
Exactly. But normally it's always like, yeah, maybe try this or this.
Yeah,
It
but-
was always like giving tips.
Yeah, exactly. You
and-
give a tip. That is so good. Like, oh, that is.
instead of saying like it looks like shit.
Yeah, because saying that will just make people give up, especially
Exactly.
at a young age where they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm just wasting time. Oh, fuck it.
And especially when it's somebody. I mean,
Close to you. Yeah.
my
really.
dad knew that we looked up to him, so
Yeah.
obviously he wanted to push us.
And then he gets in a position of power because
Yes.
we look up to him.
So, and he I think he did it perfectly. Like I'm gonna do or try to mimic as much as I can if I ever get kids.
exactly.
As much as I can. Just
But I have that as well. Like when my
Yeah.
daughter draws, and then I ask her like, "Oh, why is that house like bent like that?" Like, and you make it sound like a positive thing. You sort of like, "Oh, that house is like this, and it has like wings on the top." And she's like, "Yeah, it does. And there's a rainbow, and there's flowers, and and there's a lot of crazy going on." But I can sort of see how fun it is to draw. Because she's like, "Oh, Dad, we should draw." And I'm like, "Yeah, we should." I never have time to draw, though, because she asks me to look all the time.
yeah.
Or
Of
asks
course.
me to look away a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm like,
No,
I'm,
no,
I'm
don't
sitting right in, like, beside you. And, like, it's really hard not to see what you're doing. But
So cute.
but it is super fun. And you ask questions. And she, like, the other day, we were, like, on Saturday, we were sitting, her mom, like, my wife works on the weekends,
Yeah.
like, on some weekends. So we were alone at home. We were all drawing. And my daughter draws this, like, really, like, long skyscraper, sort of, or, like, apartment building with a
Yeah.
lot of floors. Mm-hmm. And then she drew, like, this this rabbit family that lives there, and they have a lot of babies. And they had
Genius.
all, like, a different floor. And the actual, like, entrance to the house had, like, bunny ears, like...
wow.
And she had
Genius.
this idea, and she drew like the family outside, like some of them, like it was the aunt and like some of the siblings.
Yeah.
And she just drew them, like, and they all had like some sort of bunny ears and all super simple.
That's awesome.
But so like she thought that okay, they live here. This is for the kids, and this top like these two top bigger windows are for the parents. And like she had this idea, and she drew like little clouds at the top, and it's super cool. And if you keep encouraging that, they will grow as artists, and it's super cool to see them sort of like, because sometimes you lose what is important, like being grown up, drawing, having expectations. My daughter has none.
Exactly. She draws because it's fun.
Yeah.
and whatever she wants.
And sometimes she does a mistake, and I was like, oh no, that's not a problem. Like, if you do this with it, it'll sort of not show. And then you can sort of draw on top of that. And because she did something wrong with a window, where she tried to, like, so she got too much watercolor on the paper.
Yeah.
And she tried brushing it off, and she smeared it out.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's not a problem. You just take more black, because it was black, and it sort of grayed out.
Yeah.
And she, like, we painted over it, and it sort of got the window, and it looked like the other ones, except that it had, like, slight, like light gray on it, you know? And she was like, oh, yeah, that worked. And you sort of, you give them tools without telling them exactly what to do.
Yeah.
But you encourage, you know, like, that it doesn't, like, mistakes. I'm trying to teach them, like, mistakes, just keep making them, because they're
are
fun.
no mistakes.
And yeah, exactly. But they do feel that, oh, I failed.
Yeah.
She was like, can I get a new paper? I'm like, no, you didn't fail. I was like, that is perfect. It's like the light is turned off in the apartment.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
You know,
I was thinking the same thing.
You just keep adding to the lie.
Very good.
That is, like, to encourage and sort of keep
Save
her
paper.
creating.
Yeah.
And save paper, because we only had 3 arcs, and little brother is super fast with wasting.
Oh, yes.
He draws Venom and Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, he does, like, 2 circles.
That's my boy.
He draws a big circle, adds 2 circles in it for eyes, then does, like, these, like, straight lines for legs and arms, and then he's done. He's like, next. I'm like, there's tons of space here. He's
Nice
like,
one,
I'm done.
Dean. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dean is super awesome
Cool.
and super fast. Also, we need more paper. Please send. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the bottom line here would be, if you have developing artists around you, please don't give them shit about what they do. Let them draw boobs. Let them draw, you know, like, blood. Let them draw whatever the hell they want. Just encourage it, and it'll grow to something else.
Yeah.
I don't draw Ninja Turtles anymore, you know, but I
don't?
used to draw them all the friggin' time.
That's
I
how we
used-
started, man.
And then we used to draw animals all the time. Remember that?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can barely
yeah.
draw them nowadays.
That's true, yeah.
But I mean, like, just encourage it. It'll change over time. It'll grow into something else. But just keep nurturing that. If they're good at it, you know, for their age, keep, like, even if they're not, you should encourage it. But I mean, like, if you're seeing something they love, just make it grow. Like, it's so worth it, and you can see it in their eyes that you sort of give them tools instead of giving them, you know, shit. Because that'll stick with them. But they will always remember, like, when they look back, they will always remember you as being that pillar of support and encouragement for what they did. And my mom, when I told her that I was dropping out of, you know, like, high school, she was like, I was 15 and turning 16. She was like, you know best. She was like, follow whatever you think is right. And most parents just get
Mad
pissed,
respect.
you know.
Yeah.
So my mom was
Jesus.
always like, she always bought me, like, pens, you know, like, that she found somewhere, like, oh, color pencils for my...
Yeah,
he
yeah.
likes to draw.
I remember she bought those.
yeah, like,
What do you
I
call
don't
them?
remember what
The
they...
ballpoint pens. The
yeah,
colored ones.
yeah,
she
yeah,
was the one that
exactly.
found them, right?
I don't remember, man.
I think
So many things I've gotten from my mom, but I mean, like, it's so nice when a parent sort of shows interest in what you do. And my mom saved tons of, like, art that I did as a kid, and sometimes she posts them on Facebook to shame me, and it's fine. Like, she posted some garbage, like, she sent me some pictures on she didn't post these ones, but yeah, it was like some terrible ones from '96.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was, oh man, that's a long time ago. That's like, what is it, 20 years?
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. Terrible drawings. But I mean, with, like, that encouragement, my mom still has, like, a terrible painting inspired by J. Scott Campbell
Oh, yeah.
that I did, you know, the girl and the boy walking in the forest with some fairies in the bushes and shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A big A3 one. She still has that one in the hallway at home. Like that, it's so ugly. But my mom had it framed. She's had it framed since I made it. And it's still, like, hanging there, you know, like, if you're going to the bathroom or the toilet at my parents' house, you will see that ugly painting. Every time you go into the living room, that painting is there. You pass it. Like, it's so visible. Like, she has none of my new stuff that actually look okay. She has that old friggin' painting, but she's never going to take it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's part of history now, like our family history.
Well, credit to my parents because they actually do change them. So it's the newer stuff up now, which
Hells
I
yeah.
think it's
Did
very...
you hear that, Mom? Put some good stuff up.
But yeah, it's
I
pretty.
haven't.
It's pretty terrible. Because, well, I think the new stuff is up because I...
Didn't they have your dragons in the toilet?
Oh, yeah,
Like your
they did.
This-
They did, but now it's gone.
Okay, it's good.
Now they have the skateboards.
Oh my
and
God,
stuff.
we're out of toilet paper. I'm sorry, my son. It's shit anyway.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. They've evolved, as have I.
Cool.
But yeah, but it's still funny because, I mean, that's the good stuff, and I'm doing the thing with my fingers. Because now when I go there,
Quotation marks.
it's maybe, well, it's a year old, and it looks like shit. Like,
Yay.
oh man. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
feel
good.
you, man.
It's,
I still owe your mom a drawing.
yeah,
Like,
you do. She actually brought it up last time I was there.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yep.
Yeah. I was supposed to, because his mom saw, oh man, this is like when I went to high school even. That's from when I owe her.
Yeah, it's like when
I
we
drew
were
the crow.
14, 15.
Yeah. I drew an image inspired by the crow, and his mom liked it, and I was like, yeah, I'll make you a better one. I still haven't.
She's still sitting there, man. She's
She's
waiting for you.
that.
Yeah. No, I was actually flipping through my old, because, my mom also keeps all the stuff.
Yeah.
So I was there, and I can't remember. I was going. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I drew a picture of
Oh,
a
shit.
nightmare. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I drew a picture of this guy from my nightmare, and I thought I had it in that thing. It doesn't matter. So, but then I started flipping through
Yeah.
oh man, the pamphlet of horror. Ooh. I said, like, because in my head, I'm like, well, when I was 16, I was pretty good. And then I went back and looked at the stuff from when I was 16, and I want to kill myself. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Yes. But to be fair, I did draw pretty much everything with the ballpoint.
Oh,
black
those
ballpoint.
ones.
Yeah, my
yeah.
dad's company ballpoint.
Yeah,
pen.
those were actually the blackest of blacks.
I love
Like when
them.
someone says, "Oh yeah, could you add more black?" Like it's the blackest it gets. This pen could go blacker.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Oh man, they were really good actually. We just drew with them for a while. I remember just like
yeah, it
the
was
ballpoint.
a very, very
yeah.
long period.
I had like one left after all those years. I don't know where it went now.
I
but-
think I have one left too.
Yeah, I
It's,
had one. Like I found it, like in my old pen stash or something. But it didn't work that well anymore. Like I think they clogged or something. But
Yeah.
holy shit, those pens could draw black.
epic.
But you
yeah.
could sort of get the loose stuff and the super dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I looked at. Like
And
the
it was
technique.
just like a commercial pen, like
yeah,
one of
it
those
was
like.
so ugly.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
it was the company name in different colors,
Yeah.
all over this little pen.
Oh man,
So bad.
was
But,
it like a black top and a black
Yep,
bottom,
yeah.
right? Yeah, with the white and
white
the text.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, good,
Fantastic.
good old days.
But yeah, no, but the technique was there. You could see the technique, but I was lost. I
Yeah.
think no direction in what
But
I was
didn't
doing.
like when we used to do our old comic,
Yeah, that's
the
that
cursed
was
stuff, that era. Yeah.
era, exactly.
I didn't know what I was doing as well. Like
I
what
dr-
the hell?
Like I looked at all the stuff and it looks just the same.
I still remember that art block I had when we were supposed to do that comic as well. Like I didn't know what to draw. I drew a face.
Yeah. No, but I think we did well. I remember. I still have that comic somewhere.
Hmm. Yeah.
At least I did a few.
Yeah, you did like
pages.
tons of pages, and I did none, because that's how I work. That's why I don't do comics.
We should pick it up again. I think.
No, we shouldn't.
No,
Terrible story. Terrible story. I don't even remember the story, but it was garbage.
it's good. Cursed.
Cursed.
Your
It's
logo
a-
was
you know-
awesome. I loved it.
I don't remember. Oh shit! That thin text with that. No, it wasn't cool. Trust me. When you see it again, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Good stuff. Epic.
No, but back to the question of that again.
Derailing. Awesome. I
We
love
should
it.
call this episode the Derail.
The derail.
What? What voice was that?
I don't know. That's my stupid Swedish.
Swedish leprechaun.
Derail. Nu derailar vi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but
Getting back to the point, which there is none.
I don't think there is.
Is there a point?
The main point I would say, like if we're gonna summarize the main topic of what is art, is that everything is pretty much art. Like no matter what your friggin' opinion is, or mine, or anyone else's, it is art. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to, but the appreciation for it might not be there,
No.
but it's still like it's still art. Like there are so many art forms out there. you just choose the ones you like and don't shit on other people's. Like, if someone likes the
Exactly.
square, don't give them a hard time for it.
Yeah, because now, I mean, now we are in this age of just trash talking everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if somebody thinks a movie trailer is really bad, everybody has to think that movie is really bad. Like, you just jump on the whole train. Again, the thing that I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, you're just following the stream of likes and dislikes.
Yeah, before you even watch
You
it.
don't,
Yeah.
exactly. Just take a breath and have your own opinion and don't be afraid.
To like
it,
something
yeah.
that people don't like, yeah.
And then obviously, if it is some sort of crazy pornography or whatever,
Keep it to
maybe keep
yourself.
it to yourself. Yes. We're not saying that it's not art, but yeah, no.
It might be a tough share.
You know.
No, but really, just like what you like. Don't give a shit. If you like Green Day, like Green Day.
I knew you were going to
Yeah,
bring up Green Day. I knew it.
I don't know why people like Green Day. Like, I used to love Basket Case, you know?
Yeah, I
and then
still
you,
do.
And then you heard
but-
Basket Case for like 20 years and you're like, yeah, this song is sort of played out.
Yeah, very
And
much.
I think that every song that they made sort of like, it grinds me the wrong way. But if you like Green Day, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to give you a hard time for liking Green Day. But I personally can't listen to them. It's like I can't listen to Metallica. It's not that Metallica sucks.
Their new album is really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And I thought of giving it a chance.
It is good.
But I can't listen to the old Metallica stuff.
No,
because I've played them so much
Yeah.
that I'm sort of like, as soon as I put them on, I'm like, turn off.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can listen to them sometimes in the car if they like play one song on the radio. It sort of works because everything is better in the car.
Yeah.
But some bands are just ruined for me. And it's not that they're bad. Like Green Day might not be bad,
They have
but
a few good songs.
I can't listen to their new stuff or their old stuff. It just
I agree.
grinds me the wrong way. I
But
don't know.
yeah, like, you know, Basket Case is good because
No,
all
that-
the memories attached to
Of
the
course.
song, and, you know, it's big nostalgic trip. Loved the music video. I thought it was awesome. But yeah, no, I totally agree.
And to conclude about art as well is to, if you find someone that is doing something and you think that they might be sensitive about it, try to understand it. You don't have to like it, but you can ask questions around it. Just show that amount of interest. Like,
Exactly.
why are you drawing this? Or what is your interest? Like, where does this originate? Like, ask interesting questions that aren't negative.
Yeah. Or
Like,
if
you
you
know-
want to comment on something in the thing, think about how you comment on it, you know?
And you might not be the person to comment on it. Like, if
No.
you can't... Because sometimes we want to say something, but we don't have a good way of saying it, but we say it anyway.
Yeah.
And that
that's-
sticks. Yeah. and
Yeah, that
might
normally
yeah,
turns out bad.
really bad. It'll be like, I don't know, and then you leave. You know what I mean? Like, you don't put enough thought on it, or you put too much, like, thought on it. I don't know. But whatever happens, try to sort of, like, understand what this person is coming from. Because there are artists that I save art from that I would never personally draw myself, but I like the sort of variety of some artists, you know, like, oh shit, they can do this.
Yeah.
And they only do that maybe. But just try to be more understanding of the people around you. Like, everything is an art form. Like dancing, you know, like the way you can move the body in a sequence that makes fucking art.
Exactly.
It's
yes.
beautiful.
And the same thing there. Like, you might like, I don't know, the Justin Bieber type dancing, you know, or this other person likes contemporary
I think
modern dance.
21 million followers
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
facilitates that
Yeah.
he's liked.
So, I mean, it's so much. Like, this question,
Yeah, definitely. The question is, it's so...
I think
It's
we could
so
do like a whole series of
We
what
could just
is
talk
art.
about this. But I think, like, just to sort of round it off, I think everything is art.
Yeah.
Like, just try to see it from the person's viewpoint. There will always... You will like half of it and you will not like half of it. It's like an Instagram follow. Sometimes you follow people and then sometimes you get tired of them and you unfollow them.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Like, when
that's
people...
life.
Because I have artists that I like that follow me. And on rare occasions... Some people unfollow me. I'm not saying that it's the usually top artists, or like not top artists, but you know, like people in the business. They don't have they don't unfollow as much as other people do.
No.
But sometimes, you know, like I can see longtime followers sort of not follow me anymore because I have this app where I check it because I think it's fun to see what's happening with my account, so I can sort of see the stats.
Yeah.
But I also get to see who unfollows me.
Yeah.
And if someone unfollows me that I follow and still appreciate their work, I will not unfollow back. That's not a thing.
No.
If I see someone follow me and then unfollow me because I'm not following them, that is different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't unfollow an artist I like because they unfollowed me. Maybe they feel that, oh, my style is not talking to them anymore.
Yeah.
And they unfollow me. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I think that same thing with art. Like, you don't understand something, but you don't have to be a douche about it. You know,
No.
like it's sort of, that didn't make sense, like that transition. But
Yeah.
people, you sort of like, in one instance, you like something, and then you sort of grow out of it, you know, like, or you develop more,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's like not
you evolve.
relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, okay, this is for all the artists out there that save JPEGs or Pinterest or something like, but something that you've like, a visual library of images you love that you gathered years ago, okay, that you haven't cleaned up. Please revisit that. Okay, find that the folder from 2006 where you saved everything you found on the internet, and go through it, and you will find like half of that will probably be images you're not very impressed with today.
Yeah.
Like some will be like, shit, this is better than I remembered. But I promise you that a lot of it, I have one, and most of it is just like, why did I like this? But at some point I did like it, and I was using it as reference or inspiration.
Yep.
And that's why I'm saying, like, don't be mad at people not following you anymore, and appreciate people liking different things than you.
Yeah.
Because they're at a place where you're not, but, you know, sort of where I'm coming from with this.
Yeah, and this is like a whole different discussion, the social media thing.
Oh, no,
but
but-
it's
but-
really, because I think the bottom line is, and it's sort of a catch-22 thing, because obviously I am dependent on getting followers and likes on Instagram, as
Yeah.
all of us, I think. But at the same time, my brain is telling me, like, don't give a shit.
Yeah, you should
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I get mad at myself for taking a picture of my sketch because I don't have to,
No, you don't have to.
but I feel obligated to, because I have, like, quote unquote fans that are
Yeah.
expecting to see stuff.
Yeah. And it is a balance there.
Yeah. But again, this is a whole different type of episode.
Yeah, and we'll have a social media, like
Yeah.
how do you promote yourself, how do you do this, that, on another episode.
Yes.
Of the Sketchbook Heroes. Sketchbook Heroes. What the fuck?
Every time, man. Every
Yeah,
time.
we have to do that more.
Oh,
But yeah.
We're the Sketchbook Heroes. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but the bottom line here, okay?
Yeah.
Everything is art.
Everything is art.
Period. We've said that like a million times.
Yes. So
And if-
maybe.
so you could do like a little drinking game where every time we say everything is art, you just drink.
Yeah. We'll get fucked.
No, but what I would love you guys to do is sort of like visit sketchbookheroes.com and comment what you think is art on the latest episode post.
Yeah. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Is not everything art? Is everything art?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that sentence made sense, but
you-
hey,
Are you Jackson Pollock? Do you want to beat us up?
Blalock, 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 Warlock. No, just kidding. Sorry,
Don't mock the lock.
no, Marlalock.
I thought that was good.
Snip, snap, slut. Det var så ganska slut. No, just kidding. That was Swedish, by the way,
Yeah.
in my garbage voice.
So, are we? Sorry.
Yes, concluded. Move on to the Sketchmobile.
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 They don't seem to have any
Right, back from the break. And now we're going to talk tools.
Toolies.
Tools. And today, the tools will be more like... Because, like, I usually get the question, like, what sort of... Like, what my office looks like. And I'm like, the office? You mean my bag? Because that's all I have. Like, I've taken away everything that was at home. And now I have a bag. I have a shelf at home with some stuff that I can't access because of stuff in the way. in that little room.
I've seen your office.
Yes. But I have a backpack that I usually pack with stuff, which makes a backpack with stuff. No, so I'm going to go through, this is Ilias talking, and I'm going to go through what I have in my backpack, which is my mobile office pretty much.
Yeah.
So I usually have the purple sketchbook that we mentioned last week, which is a toned or tanned, you know,
Recycled paper.
recycled sketchbook. Yeah. I have one of those little pen cases that is for makeup that my wife gave me, and I chugged a lot of pens in there. I have Copic markers and some other stuff. And then I have a Surface Pro 4 that is pretty much a little computer like the size of an iPad with a sort of flip cover keyboard. So it protects the screen, but is also a sort of keyboard to write stuff.
Nice.
And people mix it up because the marketing from Microsoft is a bit weird. They say the tablet that blah, blah, blah replaces your computer or something like that.
But it is a computer.
But it is a full PC, yeah.
Yeah.
And my specs is like 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 hard drive, something like that. And it's an i5 processor.
Nice.
And probably has other specs you guys are interested in that I don't know. But it has, I think it is it 512 pressure levels of pressure or less or more? I don't know.
You're asking me?
I don't remember anymore. That's the thing. Like, I haven't checked.
have no idea.
No, but the thing is, the pen has sort of a rubber tip on it, and it sort of, you get the same thing that you get with your Samsung, sort of like you get that nice like friction against the glass, the soft sort of.
You can almost
friction,
feel it sticking a little bit.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
but it's not sticking on the actual glass. And this little device that is a PC, sort of, you know, like it has no footprint. Like you put it in your bag and you can carry it with you, whether you're going to use it or not. So I have a digital drawing board where I can run Photoshop, Illustrator, you know, whatever. I use Adobe's Creative Cloud because I'm used to Photoshop and nothing else is working for me.
Yeah.
Like I've tried tons of them. Like I've tried them all and it's still, I come back to Photoshop.
Yeah. Well, I think we've spent most time using Photoshop, so it just feels more at home.
No, exactly.
Especially for me.
And also Photoshop is the only application that sort of has, like for me at least, the way I work, has like touch features. Like it has like the scrub erase where you put like 3 fingers on the glass. And if you swipe left, you erase, you know, how many steps of Control Z you have. And if you pull it back, you get it back. You like redo, undo.
Nice.
Like sort of rewind forward, you know, like you can just go back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's super useful. And the device is so like simple to use, and you know, the sketchbook and the device and my pens, like they take no spaces. And that is all I have.
Well,
And then a pair of headphones.
yeah, most important too.
Yeah, the most important thing is a pair of Bluetooth headphones that I can connect to my phone or my device, you know, the thing.
the thing.
The thing.
Tablet.
Yeah. But it is a super useful device. People are always asking, like, is that device sort of, but if you're going to draw real art and do, like, finish and everyone's... Because a lot of people are like, oh, you can't do real art on it. I do all my stuff on it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean you can't do? Like, because I was at this sort of like meet and greet sort of thing when I started using the Surface, and this guy was like, "Oh yeah, but when I have to do real art, I need to get to my like stationary PC," and I'm like, "But why? It is a full PC. Like, you don't need anything. Like, sure, the screen is small.
He needs to listen to this episode.
Yeah, you need to listen,
What is art,
sir.
man?
What is art, bro?
Yeah, think about it.
Come at me. No, just kidding. I don't know. But the thing is, I've done stuff for work on it. I've done freelance work on it. And I've done personal stuff on it from start to completion.
Yeah.
There is no difference. The screen real estate is small. Like is it 12 or 13? I don't know. I think
12,
it's 12. I think it's 12.
Yeah, mine is 13.
And yours
so it's
13,
a little bit
yeah.
bigger.
So it's not very big. But for me, I don't find big sort of useful because I always zoom in too much. So having more screen real estate sort of makes me just zoom in more. It works. Like, it's better. I find it's easier for me to work with, especially if I'm painting. And the pressure of the pen sort of needs it doesn't have the same pressure, as a Wacom does, but it's good enough to be passable for me, that I can do the light stuff and from light. It's the pressure is good enough to sort of
It gives
be
you
a
the
professional.
range.
Yeah, it gives me the range that I need to work with. So for me, it's an optimal tool. So I don't see the problem of going, full, just professional on the go. Illustrator is a bit trickier though. I know they've made like sort of a tablet mode that but you lose all the extra features.
Oh.
And since the keyboard is attached sort of to the computer, it's hard to sort of work with it.
Yeah.
But you find ways around it, and I always find ways around it because I think it's fun to sort of if I have this plugin or this third-party application, I can do this, or you buy tools that you need. Because I've heard, I haven't tried it yet, the Wacom Express Key remote, they made one for the new big Cintiqs. There's a little
heard
remote
something
thing.
about it.
That thing can be paired with your Surface.
Uh-huh.
If you download the drivers
Yeah.
for the Cintiq, whichever one,
Yeah.
you can actually use the remote with the Surface Pro. So you can have the shortcuts on a little digital remote.
Cool.
So that's cool. And that's the only one I've found. I would love to have something smaller, but that little thing has like tons of buttons on it. And a scroll wheel and everything.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. Like glue it on the back of your Surface.
Yeah.
No, but that's an option that's out there.
Nice.
And also the kickstand that has the range where the kickstand can sort of fold out. So I don't need a separate stand for it. So you can stand on its own, and it's awesome.
Nice.
And also, I'm the ambassador for this little computer, but this is not a selling point. They don't pay me to say good things about it. They were just like, have it, here's a unit, use it however you want, and just like give us feedback, or use it like you would and see if it. And for me, it works. I love tech.
Yeah.
But I also love tech that is useful, doesn't take too much space. Because I have the companion in my bag.
Yeah.
And the companion to draw on is a joy. Like, you can't compare
love
it to
it.
the Surface,
I really love it.
The pressure.
Yeah.
They're not comparable. Like, the Wacom is way, way better
But
pressure.
it started out as one of those tools. So
Exactly.
obviously it's gone the opposite way. It's gone from a drawing tablet to a computer instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
So
But the problem that I find with the Wacom companion, for example, in comparison, is that the real estate of the computer, like it goes diagonally into my bag, and then that's it for space.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Like I can't put my gym clothes in there. I can't put my lunchbox in there.
you need a better bag, man.
I did have a bigger bag. What happened? I got a shoulder injury for carrying it on one shoulder, because that was the type of bag. So fuck that. It's too big. I'm sticking to what I have. And that's what I have.
Yeah.
Over to you. And by the way, we'll post pictures of this. I will post one picture and Robert will post one picture, and then you can see what we have.
Yes.
So, go Robert!
Hello. I also I have my stationary office at home, but I don't really use it that much. It is pretty much the same as you. I have my clutter of stuff in the corner, but then I just pack up everything and bring it with me, like mobile office. Back in the day when I was working a lot of freelance stuff, I try to work a lot from home, but obviously there's a lot of distractions, so I needed to pack up, and I normally went to like a library or somewhere where I could just sit and draw stuff. So I needed something that was easy to move around with, but still gave me the same sort of quality as a home office with a stationary computer and everything. So I bought the companion, the Wacom companion, and I love it.
Yeah, and I had it too from work when you bought it.
Yes, and I got to try it before I bought it, which was really good. Thank you for that. But I loved it, and I got it for a really good price. It was like half price when I bought it. And it's the companion one, the first one.
Yeah, you bought it back in the day. Yeah.
back in the day, exactly.
Back in the day, like a few years ago.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
But it was an okay price, I think. Good investment. Had some trouble with it in the beginning, but then now, perfect. It's really good. And that one comes with me every now and then. When I don't use the companion, I use my Samsung Sketchbook Pro.
Yeah, but why do you sometimes use the one or the other? Is it because of the weight, you just want less real estate in your bag, or is it just because you're just going to do light doodles? Or?
It depends on what work I'm going to do.
Oh, okay.
Now, for example, I have my sketch pad with me, or the sketchbook, and I just need to sketch stuff. Like I'm drawing tattoos for this week. I don't need any fancy coloring. I don't need anything, because in the Sketchbook Pro, I only have the program Sketchbook.
Oh, okay.
So it's an Android tablet, Samsung, and you.
No, sorry. Which one did you have? The
Samsung Galaxy Pro. The Note.
Oh, it's called the Note Pro.
Note.
Okay, Note Pro.
Like
something like that. Yeah.
It's so old now that I've actually forgotten the name of it.
But I think it's a Note.
Samsung
Pro.
Galaxy Note Pro. It's the Pro version at least, and it's a 13-inch, so it's a little bit bigger. It's almost like an A4 paper.
And the texture of the pen to the glass is the same as mine.
And it's still, I don't know how many years I've had it now, but it still holds up. Like it's
Wasn't
really
it your
good.
30th birthday like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I think
it was the year before,
Was
actually.
it?
Yeah.
I thought I was at your place when you invited us for
Yeah,
dinner. So I
that's
think
right.
it was your
and
30th.
I just got it. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
My 30th.
Because you showed me it. It was like in the box and everything. And you sort of...
It's got to be more than 2 years.
It hasn't been more than 2 years, man. I thought I turned 33. I turned 32. I was like, what? When did this happen?
We're old.
We're old.
Yeah.
Don't even remember.
But yeah, no, so I only have the Sketchbook app in it. And it's fantastic to draw in sketches. And so whenever I'm not doing anything super fancy, I bring that one with me, or not even a digital tablet.
Yeah, I was jealous when you bought that, though.
I didn't buy it.
Oh, you didn't buy it. You got it. Yeah, I know.
got it.
But
My
when I
parents bought
tried it, and I was drawing on the iPad back then.
Yes.
And the applications for iPad is awesome, but the pens are garbage. Because pencil did not exist.
By the way, my colleague Johan, he'd like some help from you. He just got an iPad.
Cool.
And he's drawing with it, and he wants to learn Procreate and stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You are like
I
the
am
master.
the Procreate master.
Yes, I was never an iPad dude, so I don't know anything about those programs. I'm sorry. I've heard they're good. But yeah, when I normally what I have is I have like my the Procreate the Purpur sketchbook, obviously. I have that one always, and then I have my Leuchtturm.
You lived in Germany for a year,
Dude,
or half a year, or whatever the hell.
You
should know Leuchtturm. I don't know.
The
Leuchtturm.
Yeah,
19
something. Yeah.
Or
is it 18? Yeah, the Leuchtturm.
1711.
We'll bring it up in another episode. Yeah, a good little drawing book, actually, sketchbook. So I have that one, and then normally I have 2 little like cases with pens and stuff. One Marvel, very nice, with all the comic stuff, which holds pretty much every pencil I've ever owned, ever.
Nice.
Now it's busted open. You can't close it anymore. It's horrible.
Yeah, I've ruined like 3 of those.
Yeah, and then I have my little Sense bag.
Oh, yeah, the Sense bag.
That I got from
Sense bag.
Sense book.
Sense book.
And
no, they're called
Copic.
Transotype. That's what they're called, the company.
Transotype?
Transotype.
Oh, they told me to say
Oh, maybe. Okay. We're not going to ruin your name, guys.
No, we're not.
Although we're not sponsored, we're still not going to ruin your thing.
But yeah, Sense book gave me a little sample book, sample pen case, and I got some liners from Copic.
You sons of bitches. I had to order mine from Germany.
So very, very happy about that. I love it. Not so happy with the Sensebook sketchbook.
No, but it's because of the flimsy pages, but Copics are awesome on it.
Yeah. They do really go hand in hand. They're really, really
but
good.
The flimsy paper is not ideal for anything.
So I could never produce anything with it,
Yeah,
so I didn't post any stuff.
I did some stuff in it. I used it as a Copic sort of quick sketch doodles, no pressure thing.
Okay.
At home, when I draw with the kids, I just flip a page, just slash color on it.
All right.
Try to do something. Just Copics, no pens or any, or like pencils.
Okay.
It's super good.
Yeah. No, I use it for like notes now.
Nice.
But yeah. No, so that's pretty much what I have in mind. I never really bring any training clothes or anything else with me, so yeah. That's it, I guess.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Sorry.
So that's our stuff. Yeah. And like I said before, visit sketchbookheroes.com. We'll post some pictures there. To any creative brands out there, if you want us to try your stuff, like sketchbooks, if you think you have what it takes to beat the Purpose sketchbooks that we so love,
not a chance.
No, but seriously, if you want us to test your stuff, pens, paper, crayons, ballpoints, apps, whatever, send them our way, and we will give them an honest review on the podcast and post some pictures on our website, sketchbookheroes.com. To reach us, though, reach us at hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
If you didn't hear that, that is hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
Ha! No, just kidding. I don't know what.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So,
What?
no,
You have to start with the thing.
The thing.
I
Yeah.
know
So
what
what we're doing now comes the favorite part of the show, the podcast.
And you're hopefully all still here.
Yeah, hopefully. Sorry if you guys are tired of our voices, but this is the best part. So this is the part of the podcast that we like to call Retro Roulette. Yes.
Without doing the roulette, we just call it roulette.
Retro Roulette. Yeah. Retro Roulette. So
Yes.
this is the part where we talk about all the old sort of stuff that we grew up watching or reading or listening to or playing that inspired us in some sort of way to evolve into what we now could maybe call artists or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Uh,
So, yeah, sorry. Did you want to say something? No?
No, I had a burp.
You had a burp. Very nice.
I tried to hold it back.
That also inspires me. So in a later episode, we could
We'll
just
just
talk
talk
about
about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ilya's burp. Yeah,
The
that was
movie.
good.
Ilias Burp, the movie. If you want to send us money to fund this project, you can reach us at sketchbookheroes.com.
Please don't. But yeah, so today is a very special one, actually. I'm going to try to keep it nice, short, and sweet.
Because the memory card is running out
Yes,
of
it is.
space.
Yes. And we don't want to bore you forever. But
I do.
today we are talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Turtles, man. Turtle power. Oh, yeah.
Turtles.
Always.
I did Shredder as well. Okay.
Yeah, we all do. We all
Let's
do.
go suck a lemon. Hold any meaning to you, Eric.
Actually, it does. Aussie boy.
Aussie boy.
Yes. Thank you so much for introducing me to the movie. He brought up the VHS.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But
I probably, we had seen
we had
the movie.
seen it, but we hadn't
Not
seen it in years.
later, yeah. And then thank you for buying me the whole set.
Swedish
The
set.
Swedish
Sorry,
set.
man.
That's alright.
I thought I read English somewhere, and it was just like Swedish, Norwegian, Finnish, and
Still nostalgia and funny.
Yeah.
Very good. But yeah, so just a quick thing. If you don't know anything about the Turtles, obviously you do. It's about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
everything that the creators didn't want to tell you about because they didn't want to tell a story about pizza eating surfer dudes. Yeah, what's up, dude?
man.
Yeah, Leonardo. Yeah, bro.
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, that's not what the actual creators wanted.
No. They were pretty dark and brooding and awesome.
Yeah,
and-
exactly, and sort of.
Did they all have swords in the beginning? I don't
I
remember
don't
now.
know. They didn't have like colorful masks, at least.
No, they had
I don't
red
remember. No, I
masks.
think they have their different weapons,
Yeah,
But they
they
kill
did.
people
That was the
with
way
them.
they were differentiated. I think.
Yeah, I think they killed people with them as well. Like,
Yeah, they do.
they killed like everyone. Like,
Yeah, but before we move on way too far, but the creators is two geniuses by the names of Peter Laird.
Laird. You're gonna go Laird.
Peter Laird, and
Laird.
Kevin Eastman.
Yeah.
Fantastic people.
Yes, and I love the whole thing that they sort of printed the comic and just really tried to get it out there.
Do you know the year that first comic came out?
No idea, because it
You
was.
should know.
I should know.
Yeah, you
84.
Yeah,
Yeah, 84.
that's our baby.
Baby 4.
Baby 4.
Baby 4. Makes no sense.
But then the movie came out in '90, and that's pretty much when everything just
Like the movie,
the actual
movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. The people in the suits.
Yes.
That movie. Oh, I love that.
I don't remember, but yeah, we started watching the cartoon before the movie came out.
I don't remember when the cartoon came out though.
But I think it was already.
But they took like when Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman sort of got the whole thing, the project going, because it was a lot of work for them, and I think they had to fund it all themselves, you know, and sort of go to conventions and try to sell the whole concept.
Yeah, no, the first the show, the cartoon aired 87.
Is it 87
Yeah.
even? Oh shit.
Yeah.
But once that whole thing got, like, when they actually succeeded to sort of like sell the comic and like sort of get some recognition for it, it was brought to mainstream media, and they totally killed their baby.
Oh yeah.
They became surfer dudes in the sewers, sort of eating pizza and doing shit. God knows what. Everything they didn't want them to be.
Donatello does machines. I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Raphael is cruel but cool.
Give me a break.
Michelangelo is the party dude.
Party! Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing was, they never used their weapons in this cartoon.
No.
They're like, hey, let's go suck a lemon, hold any meaning to you, turtles. I will kill you all. And he never does.
No.
Nobody ever kills anyone, and nobody ever gets hurt more than like they fall in dumpsters, sort of.
Well, actually, Splinter does get sort of hurt and has to be.
Yeah, but he's
Healed-ish.
very weak. Like, for being a ninja master, he's also like very like frail.
But he's a little rat.
Yeah. But again, rats survive everything. They're like
That is true.
cockroaches. So.
That's true. But yeah,
So,
no.
yeah, he's a very sensitive rat.
But to sort of dive into how it influenced us in a way, other than it being born the same year we did,
Yeah.
it was everything to us
Yes.
when we were kids. Like,
Yep,
seriously. I
yep,
think it
yep.
actually brought us together as well.
I think so, because daycare or like kindergarten,
Yeah.
whatever the hell, the preschool.
Preschool.
It's not kindergarten, because
No.
that is earlier.
Oh, yeah.
But preschool, all we did, like the common denominator for the kid, like the boys in that group,
Yeah.
we sort of found out that everybody loved the turtles.
Hell yeah.
And we would draw the turtles like at every opportunity. As soon as they
All
put
the time.
crayons and paper in front of us,
That was it?
just like turtles. Like every piece of, like when someone was sick at school, they would be like, you should draw them a drawing. And everyone was sick like all the time, you know, little kids.
Yes.
And every, like let's say we were like 20 kids in that group. There was like, if there was 10 boys in that group, or like
It'd be 10
turtle drawings,
turtle
yeah.
greeting cards. Yes.
For every kid that was sick.
Of
And
course.
it was often like when someone was sick for like a week, we always drew them like turtles. At home,
I was
drew turtles.
I was told off by the teacher.
Yeah, I was as well.
Yeah,
like they told
you
us,
can't
"Oh,
draw
you
turtles. You have to draw
I
like a
remember
princess.
taking like
in
toilet
a house.
rolls and sort of drawing turtles on them, you know, like the around
Really?
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that, and this just came up now, like you know,
Nice.
just thinking
man.
back, sort of. Yeah, do like 4 paper like toilet rolls, made turtles out of them.
Awesome.
So it's super
man.
cool, and it just kept going. You know, it was the cartoons, it was the toys. I still have them at my mom's house.
Yeah, me too, man.
My son is playing with them. I got the Technodrome.
Awesome.
And my son and my daughter love it. Like, they love the Technodrome. They put the guys in jail, and you know, like there's a little jail in the middle of
Yeah.
it, and they have this like the big Technodrome eye at the top that they sort of like fling on their enemies, and it's super fun. And they got the hovering cars, you know, from those little
Oh,
space
yeah.
alien dudes.
Neutrinos.
Neutrinos. There you go. Yeah, and It's so cool. But I think these cars, the Neutrinos had the colorful ones.
Yeah.
The black ones belong to Shredder.
Yeah,
And
that
I think
they
they're
modified the,
Yeah.
the
Neutrino
Neutrinos
ones,
ones.
yeah.
And I love that one. Like
Yeah.
purple and black with
'Cause-
black flames. I think.
it's Purple Flames, I think.
Purple flames?
Yeah. The
It's been
car
a couple
itself,
of years
yeah,
since
yeah.
I saw it. But,
But
it's
you
so
had
cool.
something that I was very jealous of, and you had,
The Turtlemobile.
and I
the
never
van.
got that.
The
And they were
van.
fucking like the
It's so
Technodrome cost like
good.
1,000 something crowns, which is like $100, I guess, like a bit more than $100, like
Yeah.
1,200. No, 120 bucks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that back then.
Yeah.
Which was a lot more.
Yes.
And my parents just went out of the way to sort of get me one, you know.
But I was so
That was
jealous
the
you
only
had the
thing
Technodrome.
Yeah, I know. But I was jealous of the Turtles car. So, like, that van was the baddest fucking van
Oh, yeah,
ever.
it's
With
so
the
cool.
side port
I
and with
know.
the door. And
Yeah,
they had
you
the
could
gun
have-
there, right?
No, I think you could just, like, you had one of the turtles sort of locked in. I was going to say strapped in. But
That's right.
yeah, I know you were, yeah.
No,
So I didn't
let's
want to
not
give
go
you that one. But yeah, you could put them there and they, like, yeah, and then it shot, like, pizzas and stuff. Ah, it's amazing.
Nice.
It was so good.
I have the turtle skateboard with the big fan in the back, you know,
Oh,
sort of.
yeah.
And when you sort of like heal with it, it has like a little button that gets that little foot that kicks away the enemy. Love that.
Awesome.
I played with it at my mom's house with my son. Then realizing sort of that my son already left to do something else.
What are we on?
We have 5 minutes left.
Woohoo! 5 minutes.
Yeah. Also, Turtles was adapted to a lot of different games, like
Yes.
the NES one.
Yeah, the first one.
The first one where everyone was like red headbands, and then
Yeah.
you played the game and they didn't have all red headbands. But yeah,
Yeah.
super weird.
Very cool. The
But
cover.
yeah, that game was super difficult. And then there was
I
Turtles
still
2.
haven't finished it.
Hey,
the
I
first
have.
one.
I haven't finished it. I actually reached the last like shredder and tried to kill him. Got
Impossible.
super close, but died. And when you die on an NES game, you get the big fucking finger, and they send you back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And you try again, and you reach the shredder, and you die. Yeah.
But it didn't have that song. It had some other song, I think.
Yeah, it had a lot of different, like classic songs in it.
Yeah. But yeah, then the really good games came out.
No, first the Turtles 2 came out, and then that was also for the NES, where you could multiplayer sort of play together.
Yeah.
The first one, we loved that. That was also like difficult.
Yeah.
You had like a limited amount of lives, and then when you died, start over. Yay, rewards.
Fantastic.
Thank you, NES.
Nintendo
But
again.
then when the Super NES came,
Oh my god.
oh my god, Turtles in friggin' time.
Best game ever.
Like
Seriously,
a two-player game.
to this day, it was the best, I think, best
is. I think
playing
it's-
experience that I've ever been through.
I have
Like,
Zelda there as well, but
Yeah, but I mean,
but
when
it is
we
like,
did it-
but that is one of the best games because I spent so much time playing it.
Yeah.
I could play through the whole game without being killed, like
Yeah,
losing one life, not even. And I always chose Raphael because nobody wanted to choose Raphael because he had like the short range weapon, but Raphael was the quickest character. And you could kill more enemies than anyone else, so you got extra lives for it. And also you could like you hit one way, and then you sort of like you could turn back and sort of hit the person behind you, and then go back to fighting. And he was super quick.
nice.
But that game is beautiful. Like the music is awesome. And you know, you have all the classic characters, you revisit them, they're very well made. It's like everything about this game. You can grab foot soldiers and throw them towards the screen of the
Oh yeah, I remember.
and it's super cool. And Shredder's trying to kill you, and like Bebop and Rocksteady are there. You know, like all these classic enemies are there, like the Krang and the suit that he's complaining about in the comic and,
Yeah.
or in the cartoon.
yeah.
Freddy, will you get me my body? that thing, yeah. And it's all right there. And you
Yeah.
have the turtles sort of saying, like, let's kick shell, you know, and all those, like, classic. And they have such stupid and weird names for the levels and everything. It's just
Yeah, I
like,
love
and the
that game.
controls are so tight. If you
Yeah.
know, if you love games, you know how important the controls are. And these are so super tight. But they did port it for the PlayStation 3, I think.
Did
Like
they?
they made a new version of that same game. They
No fucking way.
But like it looks nice, but it's the controls. They something.
Dieses Programm jetzt, wenn in und springt zurück in
Yeah, that was us running out of space. It's been super awesome that you guys tuned in for a second episode, and would really appreciate to get some feedback on our page. So if you visit sketchbookheroes.com, and it'll take you to our Facebook page, and we would love to hear what you guys think about the podcast. It's an organic thing. We thought like we're gonna grow with this and sort of like keep developing it. So it's a bit rough right now. We talk over each other and sort of like we just need to find the dynamic there. But any feedback would be appreciated. And also, one thing that we would appreciate even more is if you guys could vote on us on iTunes. Just give the podcast, just rate us. Because the higher we rate, the more, or like a broader audience we can reach. And that would be awesome. And I love you either way. So, see you on the next episode of the Sketchbook Heroes. Ilias out.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.